Some of my more dedicated viewers may have already seen this game from the full series, which I uploaded on my Extras channel, but I wanted to give this map and this game its own video. This map is one of my favorites in all of Age of Empires 2, and the strategy and the gameplay was awesome here. Enjoy. Here we are, start of another decider, and dude, I'm excited for this one. We've got Fire in the blue, and Fire is the definite favorite here, and he's one of a few players. When we saw the bracket, we just said, yeah, like, he's going to make it back in gold because it's Fire. But then Cloud on the other side, he has been really impressive, and he's had really unique strats that showed me that he's been training a lot, Dave, and along those lines, he's gone for the poles here on Shoals. So poles on Shoals has a ring to it, and it's a strategy that I haven't seen played, at least publicly from players. I know some players have been testing it in strategy.
I saw it once, and it absolutely did not play out.
Okay.
I think the poles got so destroyed it wasn't even funny. Like, he never even got an option to get into. Obviously, the strat was like, boom into having castles securing the sides and then just go knights.
Yep.
Right? And if it works out for you, you can go Arbalest. If it works out for you on the sides. But he got absolutely destroyed. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, it happened in, it would have been maybe in gold or platinum in the previous season as well. Unless you're talking about silver.
It was this year. It was this year in silver.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I think it was someone against Turs, I think. I can't remember who it was.
Okay. Well, let me talk through the strategy for people that haven't seen it. So obviously Italians, people have probably watched enough games now to know they're incredibly capable with a fast castle off of the one dock that's protected by the sea tower. Poles don't really have any water bonuses, but what they can make use of is they can make use of the meta, which is to just sit at home and boom. Poles have a great economy. And then while there's limited gold at your base, Poles get gold from mining stone as well. So the idea is just, if it's going to be a 3 TC war, you can do that. You don't need to rush to the gold as quickly. And then from there, it's usually all centered around Cav, but could be other things as well. We'll see.
Yep. Italians, I saw the water contest yesterday. God, I can never remember the players' names. It's like
Matador and Dave?
Short-term, yeah.
Okay.
With the all-in galleys, I think it was Malay against Italians, and the Italians player Dave played feudal water pressure with Italians. I tend to like the fast castle approach a little bit better.
Yep, agreed.
With them, because then you can always take back the water after.
Yep.
And your sea tower is kind of defending your fish anyway, and it's kind of defending your opponent's fish anyway. So if you really want to take out his fish or protect yours, to get past that sea tower and take out his, you're going to have to make a lot of navy.
Yeah. Some people still are kind of with the thinking that feudal age is good. Like, I did a lot of training with Ozone and Matador, and Matador loved his feudal age play, and he won the game, right? So he played fine. He got the job done, but majority of other players are preferring fast castle more than anything.
Dude, Cloud is never making houses next to his CC ever again. I've watched him struggle with 4 deer pushes already. Like, these things are like, Cloud is never again making his houses next to the TC with poles.
It's so funny. Also, the way he's making them is to allow the deer to pass. So, well, in case someone's like, why is he doing that? That's really stupid. A reminder that he's going to try and make his farms around his full work, which will go up eventually. So, but I think Fire might actually go feudal age pressure, because where he's placed his dock indicates to me that he is okay with his fish being exposed right now. What I've seen a lot is you make the second dock underneath the tower, which I remember we talked about like 6 months ago.
Dude, if he wanted to go FC, he could have a brilliant dock position here. Like, he could have 2 safe fish underneath that.
Yeah, and you can see that as well with the tower. So that's a bit interesting that Fire's chosen to do that.
But Fire's a water player, right? So he could go water pressure in feudal age, just make a few ships, get full control, and then have a clean enough build to go up to castle age at a really reasonable time. I actually kind of like his map setup. Like, it's a really short wall from the water to that wood line in the south. And it's a really short wall all the way to the water in the north, too. And you can kind of block that marsh area off with a dock, too. Yeah. You could be fully walled all the way through on this map.
All right, so Fire definitely going to go 2 docks here. He's up already. Maybe this is just because he knows the poles are never going to compete on water. So he says,
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
make two
just
galleys.
yeah, just like even add just 2 to 4 galleys, and then he could go up to 8 fishing ships maybe. Also, another thing I've just noticed is they are much further. At least Cloud is much further from the gold in the north, but he's also much closer to the gold in the south. I think for Fire, it's a bit more even. I think Fire might actually be further than from the one in the south and closer to the one in the north. It's hard for me to really judge it, but it definitely feels like there's a difference there.
It's kind of a weird, it's a non-typical setup here. Usually you have the golds on like the upper left side of the map square, if that makes sense. Like the northeast of the map rather than just straight north.
Cloud going to gold, and he's still going to fast castle off this, I'm pretty sure. He just will plan on getting stone later. He's slaughtering every buffalo underneath his DC right now. But I think regardless of if this pull strategy works or not, this is the type of thing Cloud needs to try today. He fully recognizes he's slower than Fire. He's less experienced than Fire. He's lower ranked than Fire. Like,
whoa, calm down, dude. Come on.
It might, okay, I'm not trying to sound too mean. Maybe that was too much.
Fire. He's less friends than Fire. He's generally less successful.
Well, he's not like fatter than Fire, because Fire was playing this tournament game on a name called Gordo, which we've changed. So that's a positive.
You call him Fire fat? Oh my god.
His name is Gordo. I mean, I looked it up, dude. But no, like, I'm not trying to be harsh on Cloud. Like, Cloud has played really well in Silver because of his planned strats. But there's certain matchups where you just do not want to go into the game playing it the same way as your opponent. So I like the strat. I like the idea behind it.
Yep. And I like the fact that he hasn't gone onto stone to try and get his gold.
Yeah, it's too early.
Ever since that change, you need like 6 on stone, 5 or 6 on stone to get enough gold. Or you just plan on selling that stone from the market, but it's not the most efficient thing ever. It's just easier, especially at low populations, to go out to the gold with 3 bills.
Yep, agreed. Also, I will have to ask Clouds or reach out to someone in the Taiwanese community, because I want to know how many players were grinding, because Z40 looked really good. And I could just tell Cloud's been practicing like crazy.
Well, they were probably also practicing anyway before this for like Nations Cup and stuff, because I know they take that seriously. And Delicious World Cup, right?
Yep.
So they're probably active anyway. As Fire comes in with 4 galleys, he only made 4, and then he immediately started queuing fish, even without scouting what was happening here, because he knows Cloud's going FC. So there goes the fishing eco from Cloud.
I love how Cloud attacked the house. You know me. Appreciate that. The Fire did garrison and missed all the shots, but you know, this is not a surprise to Cloud. He's expecting to lose the fish. Good job from him only to lose 2, but good job from Fire to
he can't fish,
prioritize fishing away. Yeah.
He can't do anything. He's also taken a couple of hits on his scout, and Fire might come over here and kill this scout. If he can kill that, that's actually really nice. Then you can hide your TC locations. Look at him. He's kind of like swooping in with the galleys. He's like, I'm here. Hello.
Oh, the dodge, though. How did Cloud dodge that?
That was sick. That's sick Neo movement there.
Well, look at the market use from Fire. So Fire just wants to rush up to Castle Age, knowing Cloud will be faster. Fire does have the economic lead right now.
I think he forgot he was Italian, so he bought 100 extra food.
Classic.
Sneaks up on you sometimes, you know?
So I think it's an option for Cloud to try and go back on water, but you should probably just give up water at this point. Stick to your strat.
Yeah.
Don't try and compete with Italians on water.
You can get back on water later, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Like it's not gonna give you any real advantage here. And Fire will just, if he sees you get back on water, he just invests more, and he's got more on there to begin with. So you take your advantages. Right now, your advantage is getting up to Castle Age significantly faster. You get all of your farm upgrades, which he's doing right now. You get your TCs down, and you're laughing, dude. Especially if you see those deer in the back. Does he see those? He does.
Yeah,
that's nice.
This is great. And then if you're ever concerned that you're going to be pushed in any way, you transfer more villagers to stone. But in the meanwhile, you're probably just going to farm with those vills. And I've seen players stonewall too. Like in some of the practice games I've watched, players are just fully stonewalling 4 TCs. And they're just like, come get me. Because if you push me, you're going to have to choose a side. And if you pick one side, I'm going to go to the other, right? It's really cool. I like the idea behind the strategy.
If only Cloud had fire space. Look at fire space and imagine the full work potential.
I know, true.
Dude, it is an empty field here. Oh my god.
True.
You could stack like 12 in a row over here.
Look at how fire is house wall at the left. It's kind of interesting. That's going to block off a bit of space for him.
Yeah. I mean, if he puts another house in a dock there, he could fully wall that area.
Yeah. Too bad you can't make like a gate dock. So you
don't give them any ideas.
Yeah, that's true. I should shut up. Someone just before this was like, "What do you think about building ships?" I was like, "Shut up, shut up. We don't want ships quick walling, okay?"
Imagine if you could quick wall the fish traps.
True.
That would be the most expensive quick wall, but like if you had the resin late game and you're trying to trap a navy or something.
Imagine explaining that to someone who's new. Like it's already weird for houses to block armies. Oh man, I like Cloud's full work positioning though. I know he doesn't have as much space, but I think he's going to be able to
get him down.
The
one in the back is beautiful. Yep. Yeah, I mean he's got the deer there, and then you add in the farms. It's fantastic. You miss out on one farm placement, you're laughing.
Yeah, 7 fishing ships for fire. I did like the redock from him. So the fish is a little bit more efficient. He just did kill the final fishing ship from Cloud. Cloud is now going to scout the north. He should realize at this point that he is much closer to the gold in the south than he is to the one in the north. But he's got the eco lead because of this boom strategy. And you kind of know what's coming with
fire has the fish too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe not in terms of resources brought in. Fire is still ahead there, but at least the amount of workers.
Yep.
Fire
just added 2 TCs, so he's going to be catching up.
Yeah.
Here. Or keeping pace, rather. And he has the fish as well.
So if I had to guess, because Fire is so heavy on stone, that he was planning for a castle in the south, it just would feel more natural to go to the south because it's where he has the villagers mining stone. But he's getting relics for now, which is great. Look at Cloud, dude. Scout's weak. Heal it up. We're basically playing arena. And then he's going to move out and get relics as well.
Fire is going to have docks on Cloud's side of the pond soon.
Yeah.
Like, he is just constantly coming across. I really like it. A lot of people wouldn't do this.
If Fire loves his water play. And I would say that I cannot disagree with how he's played it. He didn't overmake ships. He didn't rush fletching even, which a lot of players have done. And he's just prioritized the economic side of things. So,
dude, if Fire goes for a wall, you see where that forward dock is, right? If he walls from the woodline there and then the woodline to the edge and then goes for the castle in the southern gold.
Yeah.
Like he's effectively, as long as there's no hidden TC or something right now in the north, he's cutting Cloud off of gold.
It's a good point.
Like completely.
He has an outpost, so he could think of that, but it's not a pro player thing to do, you know? Like, if one player does it, and then we see 10 other games on it, then it becomes meta, kind of like people walling in players on Arena when they're going all in.
It's only really meta on this, like, layout, where it's so far away from him, right?
Yeah, and when you add that dock there, which we haven't seen much of. Cloud gets the relic, Fire shows up because he knew the relic was there, and he saw that it disappeared, and then Cloud just re-walled behind his monk. That's good stuff.
Stalemate game. Cloud has 19 villagers queued though. His food is coming in real nice right now. Man. He's gaming.
Oh.
Look at the full work in the corner there too. He's like, you can tell the mental gymnastics for him trying to place that. And he only ends up getting, what, 5 farms around it?
Yeah, what he really needs, as we see the scouts and some monks getting involved, what he really needs is he needs that gold that he started taking to disappear. And once that's taken, he deletes the mining camp, deletes the lumber camp, and he's got 2 more full works. I love that from Cloud. Heals up the scout. And he's dropping the castle in the south, Dave. He's going to be sending the vills.
I know, and Fire's going super safe with his first castle, even though he had outposts over there.
Yeah. But if Fire adds Genoese...
He'll see that castle foundation. He's going for another outpost. Like, he's getting really good exploration. And he's killing the monks with the scout.
Oh, scout gets converted. That's interesting.
The monks die, though.
All right, so scout will be helpful. Fire sees it. I love the fact that Fire's built so many outposts here. It makes it so much easier for him to make decisions. But he's not going to be able to stop this castle. At Cloud...
Look at that eco from Cloud. He just unqueued like 20 villagers, dude.
Dude. And he can't go in because he doesn't have the second building yet, but wow.
He doesn't have the building. He's got 1,800 food burning a hole in his pocket. I mean, at this point, just sell like 1K of that, right? Get some gold in the bag.
He's collected 2,500 more food. Listen, I think you rush Slacha Privilege.
Yep.
And you just spam Cavalier. You're not going to need a lot of gold for it.
The key here, I think, with your Cavalier is you send them through the middle. You don't send them into the side.
Yeah.
A lot of players will want to send them to the side, but you send them through the middle. Fire's going to have no defense, and then he's going to have to come back with his Genoese Expo or Monks or whatever to deal with that.
Yeah, and like even if you don't go mid, the whole point is swing sides because Fire is going to have to build up and fortify one side at a time.
Oh, nice lame on the golds there from Fire. That's cheeky. Laming the golds near Cloud's base.
I don't think Cloud really is going to care about that.
Cloud has 18 vills queued again.
Dude, this is going to be hard to stop. Genoese crossbow counter Cav really well. Like even fully upgraded paladins, right? So the fact that Poles don't get the final armor and they only are on Cavalier is an issue, but it's just the number potential and the raid potential. Fire could have 3 castles in both gold areas, and I still think you could have problems with the raids.
It's Obuk, Fletching, Cav armor is in, but archer ranges are coming out, so Cloud is going for Arbalest.
Cloud, you've got to chill with the vills here, buddy. He's got 25.
And he's nervous, man. He's just spamming that.
I mean, this might be the overboom of all overbooms here from Cloud, because he's still not really making armies, so...
Skirms. Okay, so he's opening skirms. Fire can always go into condos.
Yeah, Skirm Obuk is pretty decent. I think the big thing to mention here is that Fire sees the one range coming up because he had the buildings in the south, so Fire should have an idea that it's not going to be Cav. But it still could be Cav as well. Like, I think it's fair to say that Cloud could have been a bit more ready for Imp. And he could have been ready to push with something.
I think if he had like 4 stables, Slaughter privileges, which he could have afforded if he didn't queue up that many vills, and then he had like 15 knights and they just went across the middle.
Yeah,
I think Fire would have all sorts of problems.
Yep. Yeah, but Fire's never expecting that. No one ever goes through the middle. Fire could always add more navy later on, but I think even just that first raid would be problematic. Okay, so Skirms push forward for Cloud. The battlefield is going to be in the south for now. Blacksmith upgrades are really delayed for Cloud here. He doesn't have armor on his Skirms yet, but his economy is insane. He's got gold. He's got stone. The Olbuks are incredibly loud and distracting me, so I can't wait for them to take out these buildings. Just crazy stuff. But Cloud doesn't have protection on the other side, and Fire sees him, and that he's exposed there because of that one outpost. So if Fire wants, he could maybe use bombard cannons next to his castles, and then he could try and raid with something on the other side of Cloud's base.
Please, Archer Range, just die faster so I don't have to listen to that.
They're way too loud, man. The fact that they removed the sound entirely from Tarkans and then Olbuks
are going there
10 times louder than anything else in the game is insane. I mean, they are shredding armor, but it's a lot. And first Treb's out here for Cloud. Cloud's going to have chemistry completed soon. He could maybe go for bombard cannons. And, I mean, Fire was expecting Cav, and Fire's just on Genoese right now. And Fire's sinking stone into repairing this. So, this is good for Cloud.
Capped Ram is really weird here when you see the Obuks.
Yeah,
is it Obuks? Obuckers?
I think it's like Obuk. I think you got to go.
No. The plural. Is it just Obuk for plural, or is it Obuks?
I think it's just Obuk, honestly.
Obuchi?
Obuchi.
Sounds like something Bullet would say.
Yeah.
Obuchi.
I think we're right on that. I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna have 16 different ways to say it once people have their say. But okay, Capped Ram. I mean, it's really good against Skirms.
Yeah, but it can't get through the gold here to get at anything.
Yeah, it's true. Bombard cannons on the way from Fire. Bombard cannons on the way from Cloud, but the cannons are coming faster for Fire. And remember, Imp was in faster for Cloud, so I was a little critical of how late some of his upgrades were. It's possible that if Fire can actually move out with the cannons, which he might not be able to, that the cannons could make all the difference, Dave. But I say he might not be able to because they're going to pop out now. The skirms are ready. And the castle could go down for Fire. There's the cannons. Kill the cannons, Cloud.
Yeah, and Fire isn't pushing on the other side either. Like, I think Fire, what he needs to do here is try and hold the castles and then maybe water pressure.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe some cannon galleons or something to deal with the castles from the other side.
He's just going to double down, or I don't know if you can call it doubling down because he's already lost the castle, but he's running all of his Genoese to kill a bombard cannon. They're all going to die.
Oh, and it's not even going to get it. It's not even going to get it, Tristan. Oh, no. They all died, dude. They all died. Now he's making a switch into cavalry. Cloud is actually playing this really nicely as an opening. Very patient. The skirms have done work. The Rams were what looks to be a terrible choice from Fire because they didn't do anything.
Fires probably can't believe it right now. He 3-0'd his previous opponent. He, you know, back to what I said in the Dark Age, you know, he should have some confidence because he's the most experienced player. And momentum is everything, right? So if you get a big confidence boost, if you're Cloud here, start off this series and Fire starts to doubt himself a little bit or be frustrated, it could affect the future games. Love the castle from Cloud that he's placing on the other flank, just in case raids could eventually become a thing. But, you know, Fire's just going to run out of stone, it feels like, as another bombard cannon's exposed, and that cannon could die, does die to the Obuk.
Yep.
Dang,
Castles have gotten Fire a lot of kills. Like, that castle he just built that's going down now had 20 kills on it.
Yep.
In the, 2 minutes it was up. But
surprise
I mean,
cannons from Fire. He didn't even know they were in there.
Oh, he forgot about them. Or maybe he just couldn't ungarrison earlier, right? He still has 2 queued from those siege workshops.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think he's reeling right now. Like, I think Fire, he really wasn't expecting this. And he's probably going through a list of what he could try in his head. And
Dude,
on that list is
water.
Lykev.
I think it's water. Like, I really think so.
Yeah.
Because if you get water control, Cloud can't push past this choke point.
Add like 10 galleons. Yeah, 10 galleons. And then if the galleons allow you to hold this area, you could try and push the other side. I agree with that. But I think Cloud in this moment, you've fully controlled this area. You either send everything and push right now, which he might do, or you just spam cav raids to the other area. He doesn't have vision there, and he probably wants to push more than anything, but I think Fire's way back is if Fire still has free access to the gold in the north. There's 0 castles for Fire in the north. So a raid could end him there.
Yeah, that's the thing for him. He still has a decent eco, right? He's kind of housed right now because he just lost 3 castles in a row.
Yeah.
But he still has full uncontested access to the stone and the golds in the north. And Cloud had to fight for his access over there, but he's got elite Obuk now. Bombard cannons, skirmishers. He can always go into Cavalier or Winged Hussar later.
I think this Obuk in the north that's going to make it to the gold area will be really helpful for Cloud because he won't see a castle there, which will probably build up some confidence for him. He's got to be careful with his cannons here, Cloud. I like the Lykev choice here from Fire. It doesn't cost any gold. It gives you some mobility, which he's been lacking. But it's still not an answer to the Obuk. Obuk and Skirm is still really strong.
Cannon galleons coming out from Fire. They do splash damage now, right? So
yeah, could be good. And you can attack ground with them too.
Yep. If you get 15 of them, oh man, he's never passing this area. Never.
I think Fire could stabilize this with the Navy. Yep, there you go. Cannon galleons will take the Treb. The Lykev take the bombard cannons, and Fire can hold this. I don't know if you run in here if you're Cloud. You could tell Cloud's like, oh no, that could be bad for me. This could give Fire time. Let's just fight anyways. Oh my god.
Oh, Skirms, please stack up here. Please stack up for these cannon galleons. Oh, it's not happening.
No attack round attempt from Fire, but he is going for War Galley.
Right there too. Holy.
Fire can now, get a castle in the north, which he should probably prioritize. He's pretty much held in the south. And Dave, same thing. If Cav went through the middle, I'm seeing Obuk go through the middle. Yep. But if Lykev from Fire went through that middle area, it'd go directly into Cloud's farming eco. And both players just do not think about that possibility.
I think it's just because no one ever goes through the middle that you at a certain point you just don't realize it's possible.
Yeah, agreed.
I can see from Cloud's perspective, he doesn't want to go through the middle where there might be Navy, and now Cloud is getting War Galley. Fire got War Galley, so they both realize at the same time that Navy is actually useful in this map.
Yeah. And honestly, I think Fire is in a fine spot. He has more relics. The Old Book Skirm composition it's capped now. It can't push any further. I think Fire's giving Cloud a decent fight, but still. And Fire's got the resources secured in the north, and this game will go very, very late, which could be concerning for the Poles, right? Because when you're thinking Poles, you're not thinking they have the best units. It's just that their economy's strong, and they can afford to make a lot of them.
Well, I mean, Winged Hussar are pretty freaking good, right?
That's true. That's true. We'll see if we see the Winged Hussar. And actually, I take back what I was saying. Cloud was able to take this fight. The Old Books have high enough Pierce Armor, and the Castle for Fire will fall to these Trebs.
And here come the fires from behind. And it's the wrong kind of fire. It's not fire of the person, it's fire of the unit. And the cannon galleons are going down.
Yeah. If you had Winged Hussar right now and you could raid anywhere in Fire's base, it'd be amazing. Fire does not have the castles to defend from that. But it's the Hammer Boys that are going to town more than anything right now for Cloud, as he wants to castle creep forward. He wants to drop a castle next to those Trebs. I'm sure he'll get that down. The fast fire upgrade will be nice for Cloud, and he's going to have 8 of them in the middle. Fire's going to add more, though, so Fire could probably stabilize.
New strat. Peel away all the fast fire ship armor with O-Books, and then hit them with your skirmishers.
Can you take the armor off with an Old Book? I guess
yeah,
you
yeah,
do.
yeah. It was. Yeah, it was doing that earlier.
Okay.
One of those was 8 minus 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's not one of those. That was not on the list of conversations I thought we would have before this series. All right, Cloud lost a few units to the castle from Fire in the north. So that shows me he's thinking about that area. But he's still making progress here. And Fire is adding more and more stone walls, too. This is Fire's farming eco, but he's got double castle at home. What a game.
You just go fortified wall like 15 layers and then control the Navy.
Yeah.
Or the water.
Unfortunately, now, where the Trebs are for Cloud and where the castle is, cannon galleons can't really help that much. I think elite cannon galleons could range the castle.
Yeah, but not up against the edge of the map. That would be your only risk, right? You'd have to keep a couple of bombard cannons on the other side.
Fire's got 5 bombard cannons. I'm concerned that Cloud's going to lose this position.
Yeah, that castle foundation is not a good idea. Like, that castle tried to go up, and then it went immediately down. Fire actually was missing wheel or handcart, which is important. He's going to get that right now.
Oh, now Fire's going to lose his bombard cannons, though, because he just took a good fight, and now he's looking somewhere else, and expensive losses.
He kept one alive, at least. He's pushing up again. Treb's still trying to find somewhere to sit.
Lots of
They're
fires
gonna have to
from
fall
Cloud in the
back,
middle.
but there's so many Obuk, dude. They're just streaming in.
Lots of fires from Cloud, too. He's going to take some good fights. If you take out the docks completely from Fire, then you can go Galleon. And the thing about this Obuk, it's attached to the poles, right? The Civ, which is so good with their cav and their eco, and has decent range units, bomber cannon, siege ram, etc. It shreds armor. It's relatively cheap, and it has 6 pierce armor. Like, Elite Samurai doesn't have 6 pierce armor. So it's deceivingly strong in these moments, and that's why Cloud continues to make them. And I'm not seeing a real way for Fire to push this back at the moment. There's just red dots all over, whether it's in the middle or it's in the back of his base. There's 3 Obuks in the north right now for him to deal with. This is brutal.
Still not even Elite Genoese Expo, right?
Oh, yeah. That's
just...
But it's like, do you even...
Really
I think you need to stop making Genoese crossbow then, right?
I think you needed water, dude. I think you needed water. You
Yeah.
could have stopped all of this from happening, but, I mean, he was just a little bit too late to make the switch to that, right?
Okay, Cloud's got Trebs now from the castle on his right flank, so he'll start to push that area slowly. And he's just trying to chip away at Fire on the left side still. Fire tries to take a Treb, will take the Treb, and does a better job at saving his bombard cannons, as now he goes for Elite Skirm, which I think is good. Adding your own Skirms, adding an Arbalest, can't disagree with that, but he just needs... He needs a foothold. It doesn't feel like it's going to be easy for him to push Cloud back.
Oh, and he's losing all his Genoese. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's because he's looking on the right side right now, because there's Trebs coming forward from Cloud. I think Cloud, he's got the right idea, but if you're going to do that, I think drop a castle next to your Trebs.
Neither player has careening here. That's interesting.
It's probably really hard to think about that here, I think.
Yeah.
So, I saw a game which was Poles versus Romans on this map. And the game, it was similar to this, but it went until there was no gold left on the map.
I have never seen that.
Yeah, it's sick, dude. It was amazing. Winged Hussars versus Legionaries and Heavy Scorpion. It was pretty ridiculous.
Oh, that's a lot of cannons for fire. Yeah. You got to keep tabs on these ones for sure.
Yep.
And he's getting Cavalier too. And he's kind of like massing the Cavalier back. I wonder if he's going to go across. I would love to see that. More stables being added here from Cloud as well at home. Tons of stables there.
Like, normally you see a push from Cloud in any other map, and you think, okay, Cloud's winning this game. He hasn't lost ground, and he's pushing. But both players are just one big raid away from swinging it.
The Genoese Expo on the way, too.
Yeah, and as that's happening, we have the cab upgrades for Cloud.
Trebs are moving forward in the north, but right into the army from Fire. But Fire doesn't really have any units to deal with.
Genoese crossbowmen suck against Trebs.
Yep.
And they're both looking on the other side.
Cannons are being targeted over there. The Cavalier are engaging against the skirms. They're not going across into Cloud's eco.
Winged Hussar for Cloud. He's got enough food to spam some Winged Hussars. And finally, he'll have a unit, which he's okay with just sending in randomly into Fire's eco, because he's had to really pay close attention to his numbers to protect his siege. Winged Hussars don't have to be part of that.
I think Fire can win the water right now if he goes out with those fire ships.
Yeah, but he's really focused on saving that castle day. But like you said, winning the water could be helpful there. He's bringing Cavalier over to take those Trebs. He had nothing really to protect the Trebs from Cloud. He had units there, but they got pulled into the castle fire. And then big fight on the other side where Fire loses a Treb. Dude, this game is insane. What a way to start a series.
Yep. Long one, too. 2 bomber cannons going down from Cloud on the other side. He's only got 1 left. Fire managed to save 2 of those Trebs. The castle has been saved. The Treb is going down there. Nice little pushback from Fire, and he's still got fire ships inside of his docks, too. If he wants to clear the water.
Something I'm noticing is Fire is still creating vills at 147 vills. That's a big deal right now. And it makes sense when you're under the most pressure to possibly overboom, but he really needs army count. And if he's over 150 villagers, he's not going to be able to make as much as Cloud.
Well, I mean, he's not pop capped yet, so we'll worry about that when he's actually pop capped, right?
He's got 2 castles in the north now, Fire. Doesn't have a lot of production buildings up there, though, besides the castles. And as I say that, he'll drop stables. And farm count higher for Cloud than it was a moment ago, so he is finding time to add more farms with the poles. Beautiful full work in the south.
Space.
Yep.
This is the biggest issue, right?
That was what I looked for. I was like, where did he do that?
He's cleared some.
190 pop for Fire. Did he? I think he just deleted vills somewhere.
He did.
He did in the left corner. Yep.
Yeah, he saw he was pop capped and he deleted vills.
Yep.
And now the Genoese Expo are really coming in clutch, just shredding the Winged Hussar.
Yeah. Dude, Winged Hussar through the middle. Maybe Cloud will do it once he takes out the dock in the middle. If he takes out the dock in the middle.
There's 4 fast fires in there. Fire doesn't realize they're in there. When they pop out, they might even be able to win that fight, because a bunch of those fires are weak.
Oh, man. Fire, only 2 Trebs. He moves forward, feeling desperate. He'll lose a Treb to the bombard cannon as the Olbuk and the Hussars are here. Did we see the legacy tech yet from Cloud?
I think Lichitic Legacy is in, yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. I just wanted you to say the first part of that. Because if that's in, the Hussars, when they do engage, will be insane. And we've got cannon galleons in the middle from Cloud. We have a bombard cannon on the left. He got Hussars into the left corner. He's got Olvuk into the northern corner. He still hasn't taken any damage anywhere. He's making progress.
Fire's at 140 vills still, though.
Yeah, true. And Fire will snipe the bombard cannons and snipe the cannon galleon. So his castle will stay up.
He's thinking about a push in the north now. He's making Trebs, and he's got some units there.
He needs something,
So if he stabilizes in the south, he can start a push in the north. He's killed the units in the back of his base.
I said ooh because he did send Hussars through the middle. So I don't know if that was intentional or if it was just a pathing thing, but finally.
This might give Cloud some ideas.
Yeah, yeah.
Cloud goes for another castle position forward, and he might even get away with this one, as all the Genoese Expo are kind of busy dealing with all the raiding units. Or maybe the Foundation just dies right away again. Who knows?
Yeah. Beauty of the Hussar. Even if you lose 20 units to kill one bomber cannon, it's worth it. He's going to go in.
He's going to kill it. Oh, he gets it. He gets it.
There's only one Treb from Fire. There's the tech we were talking about.
Oh, it's not in. Okay. Someone said it was in my chat.
No.
Liars.
No Trebs for Cloud here, though. If you get that castle up and you've got Trebs now on the castles, it's great. But he's losing a lot of units to the castles. I think he's actually just waiting for the cannon galleons, though. Oh, yeah. There you go. That'll take some time, but that'll do the job.
But there's 2 fires from the other side. Oh, no. And there's a bomber cannon as well.
Fire doesn't have any docks. I'd be so annoyed. But he did notice this.
He's also pushing that castle in the north of Cloud's base. Great game. Wow. Cloud's playing really nice here. Sim with Fire.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, the cannon galleons going down to like 0 HP.
Save them, no!
They have 12 HP total, dude. Oh, no.
That's huge. And now Fire's starting to push, and Cloud has 1 castle in this area. He's just fully fortified the south. He never fortified the other side, and Fire's holding.
Oh, he got through with Winged Hussar. He's in the back of Fire's base.
Oh, and Fire's house walling.
He's trying to quick wall.
Well, I mean, they're going to get through eventually.
Massive hole on the other side.
Oh, that's going to hurt Fire so much.
Oh, wow. How many vills are up here? Oh, my. That's like his whole eco up here. 74 vills on one screen.
Cloud's really taking his time to engage, though. He must be looking at something else because he didn't fight at all. He passed a lot of vills. And Dave, now there's going to be Hussars from Fire into Cloud's economy where there is nothing. And there's no production buildings either.
Yep.
So a complete base trade of sorts here. And both players are going to take losses.
Fire on the left side, though. So Cloud is still pushing up from that side, too.
I think my concern for Cloud is if Fire brings the Genoese crossbowmen into the raid, that the only thing Cloud's going to send to clear up the Hussar raid is his own Hussars, and the Gen Bows will kill that.
Well, he's got 46 scrims in the queue. His queue is really good.
Yeah.
If you're looking at his resources and thinking, well, he doesn't have that much, no. He's got, like, over 100 units in the queue right now.
I think you could even consider like Onager against the Genoese crossbowmen. Bit harder to control, of course. And Fire's got 1 castle to protect his eco, but Fire has relocated a lot of his eco. Having said that, Fire's lost 75 villagers in this game. Cloud has only lost 12.
He's only lost 12. Wow.
I think that's going to change. Look at the evacuation queue from Cloud. He's got so many idols, and then the villagers that aren't idle are on the move. But okay, Winged Hussar, bit of trample damage. Let's see what that can do. Genoese crossbowman shred here. Cloud's still wanting to push on the other side. He just lost a bombard cannon, but he's still got 1 Treb. I think Fire will be able to take that out, though, Dave. Fire's got the population lead.
He needs to save that castle, though. You can't have a castle-less side over here.
Yeah. I think Cloud should go...
And 2 bomber cannons are coming out. He might be able to snipe the bomber cannons from Fire.
He gets 1. He loses his trap. I honestly think Cloud needs an answer to the Genoese crossbowman now, and I think the answer might be Arbalest instead of Skirm. Or maybe a whole lot more Obuk. Maybe he just needs
definitely not Winged Hussar. They're getting absolutely shredded.
I think he needs,
skirms?
More Obuk, and there are Skirms on the way. Dude, there's a massive traffic jam. If you look at the stables from Cloud in the south, there's a bunch of units getting stuck there.
Yep.
What a game. This might go... Fire's almost out of gold in the north.
Like, Cloud might clear this with the bomber cannon. Just shoot, just shoot, just shoot, just shoot, just shoot, just shoot, just shoot.
Well, he shot. He missed. But Fire... This is the second time in this game where he tries to kill a bomber cannon with the Genoese crossbowman, and he's quickly reminded of how little range these things have.
Demo. Fires. Something. You've got Fires over on the other side. Bring them over.
Cloud's got a cannon galleon on the TC from Fire. There's still Fire ships around. Cloud's bringing in Trebs and bomber cannons on the left, Dave. I think he's finally built up enough of an army to stop Fire from pushing his farming eco. Because the Skirm and the Obuk number is decent enough.
He did lose 2 of his relics. I mean, Fire's been getting that relic gold the whole time, and he's running out of gold in the north. Like, there's only, how much, 3K left on those gold piles in the north?
Yep, 3K.
I think the Poles are just going to outgrind the Italians here.
Yeah, and now if you're Cloud, You take this fight, but then you kill those 2 trebs from fire. Don't let fire be around with any trebs. And
that castle's going to go down to the left, too. So it's like, oh, man.
And Cloud buys the stone for another castle. How many castles has he built in this game? Oh, my
right here?
God.
You mean just in this location?
Yeah, right here like... it's 4. Dang, man.
Yeah.
I think Fire's slowly coming to the conclusion that he just can't break it, but maybe he's not, right? He's got the score lead. He still has 4 relics, but it can't feel good to be losing that entire corner.
If he does take this position where those Genoese are, there is that gold that he lamed earlier. There's 2 piles of gold there.
True. Oh, God, but his Genbos, they get pushed back.
No. 157 pop now for him.
Yeah, and
no
it
castle
becomes
on the left.
Really hard to stabilize. Once you have no castle.
Yeah.
Good luck pushing back the castles that Cloud's just built. Still would like to see Cloud. If he's in the business of buying stone, I would like to see him build a castle where he just took out the trebs again. Just like secure that area in case there's going to be raids from Fire, because Fire still does have hussars.
I honestly think you're fine now, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like you've got him in a corner. Now, with that castle taken out, both of them on the left side, a castle of your own, just keep up the production. You're fine. And look at his production. 65 Obuk in the queue.
Yep.
Not even winged hussar.
And then 70 skirms. And then look at his resources in queue.
Yeah. And make some cannon galleons. You got the Fires in the center. Make some cannon galleons. Cut off all of this stuff from Fire, and you're fine.
Cloud opening the series with a great strategy, man.
Yep.
Skirm Obuk opening. I was a little unconvinced because he was a little late with upgrades. But Fire is never able to push back.
Ooh, big bomber cannon shots here from Cloud. He's taking out bomber cannons from Fire.
Okay, big shots.
Maybe Genbos as well.
Yep, just stick next to your castle Fire if you can, if you're Cloud. And you might be able to keep those bomber cannons alive. Great job from Fire to go in for the cannons. He'll likely get 1. Actually ends up getting both of them here, I think. That's impressive. Well played. And he still hasn't been pushed on the other side. He's still in it. 115 vills. He's just 30 army behind right now. God, it must be so annoying to be Fire right now.
God, every time I look back at Cloud's base, there's just a stream of units coming forward. And you can tell from the KD. Like, Fire's been grinding him down, but Cloud is still outproducing him in every moment.
Yep. And Cloud is happy to toss away 10 units to kill a cannon, as he just does that there on the left.
Yeah.
And as long as you have the fortifications, it's fine. If you don't have fortifications, when you toss away army, that gives them time to move out across the map. I still think Fire sending hussars... Well, no. Sending hussars through the middle would be cut off by the fast Fires now, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of ways that Fire can do something different than just react.
I think he's in that position where he can't really take the initiative. He's just grinding him down and hoping that Cloud will forget to produce.
Yeah.
Which happens,
that he makes
in a long game. Yeah, it does happen. Or like he's gonna have 20 idle armies somewhere in the back of his base.
Yeah,
and he can take advantage of it.
Honestly, once Fire loses these relics, I mean the golden comes almost gone in terms of the mining gold. Once he loses access to those relics, he's not getting that position back. And Cloud is going to get his relics again. And the fires from Cloud are going to heavy plow. Fires from Cloud are going to kill all these villagers. But hey, Fire's making a castle on the other side, Dave.
Yep.
It's kind of moving forward a little bit here.
He's trying to go towards that 2 tiles of gold. He sees it. He's identified that. That's his new mission.
Cloud, he's done everything right here. Do you delete a couple Fires in this position, or are you still happy with that?
The Fires are fine. I think you add cannon galleons. That's exactly what he's doing. Nice.
He's gonna castle.
Just send in your army from the other side, and you're Gucci.
Cloud needs all of his ranges, stables, castles to get his production going to that right side right now. That castle is awkward. I think it'll go up. If Fire reacts right now, though, he can deny it.
All of his units are still streaming to the left side.
Yeah. Okay, he now knows the Genoese crossbowmen are there because of the attack. And he's going to lose farmers on the right side.
Galleon coming in. If you're making galleons, now you delete the Fires.
Yeah,
100%.
Well, you
don't have enough pop space for that.
It's really tough to get your population right here. Fire's got everything on land, which is really helping him. I think
Relics have
there's
been
some
ejected.
concern right now for Cloud because of these raids, especially if Fire had Trebs right now and was trebbing down the castles and the relics. Run, Monk! Fire's trying to leave with the relics. Run! Okay, takes the cannon. Well played, Cloud. Olbuk Skirm still doing the job here, Dave. And Fire's just left with one corner of the map.
Amazing how he's holding on, though.
Yeah.
He is holding on. And he's waiting until that castle goes down. He's got his eye on those two little piles of gold over there.
But now there's Hussars and there's Olbuk on the way, and Cloud's going to hold on to this area as long as he can. If he had a couple siege workshops here for bombard cannons, that could be helpful. Yeah, the KD's just insane. But the eco
Disgusting.
KD. Look at the eco KD, though, right? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I love games like this where you grind your opponent down. They might have the better units, but you get the better positioning.
Oh, there's so many villagers from Fire in this top corner. I am selecting right now, and I'm seeing 84 villagers in this top corner.
Yep. And he somehow still has 40 on food. Don't ask me how that's achievable. It doesn't seem like he really has the space. But he doesn't have much of a queue right now, Dave. So once this army's dead with his Trebs and his cannon, that's probably going to be it for him. And yeah, his eco's getting torn to bits here by the army from Cloud that is advancing in. But I do not think Cloud can kill the siege push from Fire. Not yet. I think Cloud's going to have to lose that castle.
Just send more vills and just keep repairing it. It's buying you so much time. Nope, castle's down. Maybe buy another one. Do stone walls. Do something. Because right now you're killing everything in the north.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to keep doing that. And then you can turn your attention over to the other side eventually.
Yeah. The Fire does have gold now. So he's got 1,600 more gold to work with. He's got 10 Hussars and 45 Genoese crossbowmen.
I think Cloud can take out these castles from Fire with his cannon galleons.
Oh, yeah, he can. Oh, that hurts so much. And then also there's still some siege left over for Cloud on the left side, so he could take out the remaining castle too. But he has to focus on defending now. If he defends here, he wins this game. And it's a big momentum boost to start the series. Cloud's using the skirms on the Genoese crossbowmen. And then sending in Hussars and Olbuks. And Fire's not going to be able to make more Genoese crossbowmen.
He's Omega House. He's Giga Housed.
Giga.
Fire just lost the castle in his base. He's losing houses as well, so he can't produce anything. Every unit you take out here, Fire cannot replace currently.
And I think Fire probably knows it's coming, but the score's still rising. He's still making some progress.
You just hate to lose games like this, man. And there is no pain quite like losing a game like this.
Yeah.
That has gone on for an hour and 20 minutes where you had a winning position.
And then you have the KD and all of that. And then you're just like, no. And also, this is the final Civ pick for Cloud. The last one. And I don't know what order it was for Fire because I don't remember, but it's got to be at least the first or second pick. It's going to be a score flip into GG here, right? Cloud takes a score lead again. Fire's population is 120.
Yep.
Surely Fire realizes now he's got nothing.
The only thing that could have been done from Cloud, maybe more forward production buildings, but then you have all your military forward and you kind of needed to defend against this, so I can see why he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But still, like his production this whole game has been insane. 4 Cav Archers now from Cloud as well.
That's a misclick right there. There's no way he planned it. It's been a long game, right? So he'll probably misclick some trade cogs pretty soon out of his docks.
Well, this is what you were looking for when you picked polls on Shoals, right? You're looking to just outlast your opponent.
Yeah, and just the style of gameplay is so very different from what we see with Malay or Italians or Byzantines. And it can be a frustrating thing to face up against. Fire calls the GG. It was a 1 hour and 22-minute game. Cloud created 514 Olbuk in that game. Oh my goodness. And he gets the job done. For Fire, he must not have created over 260 Genoese crossbows because that would replace the Hussar image there. But his Genoese crossbowmen were getting kills.
They were farming.
Yeah, but they just weren't able to push it all. And it all comes down to Cloud doing an excellent job in early Imp. Again, I'm thinking back. He's on the way to Imp. He had like 25 vills in queue. His economy was ridiculous. And Fire could never really do anything to punish it.
The discrepancy between eco KD and actual KD is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows what Cloud was doing all the game, right? He was just killing villagers the entire time. He was, I mean, really making use of his Polish bonuses, the farms, and the stone, of course. Getting the extra gold from it was really useful. So nice job from Cloud. I have to wonder if Fire had sent his Cavalier or Hussar across, or if Cloud had gone for Knights and sent them across into the base, we might have had a completely different and faster game.
Yeah.
Or if they had gone onto water earlier, especially Fire. I think he could have held that initial push if he had water instead of the Rams.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. There were definitely some moments there where Fire was able to hold with Navy, or while he was holding with the units he was, if he went middle, maybe Cloud would have collapsed because every single farmer for a while was right in the middle, and there was no castles whatsoever. But honestly, it's not something I really thought of too much until you brought it back up again, and I feel like the players are probably in the same boat there.
Casual double the food count collected.
81,000 food collected.
Extremely casual.
Yep. And now they have to play potentially 4 more games. So,
yep.
Good stuff.
That was sick.